Hey everyone, welcome back to another deep dive.
hmm
Today we're going to be exploring something I think we all need a little bit more of, especially if you're anything like me.
And what's that?
A little bit more peace and energy in the mornings.
Oh, yeah, here ya.
So we're talking about those 5-minute, those quick morning rituals that you can do to kind of set yourself up for success.
I love it.
We are going to be pulling our insights from a blog post that I found over on City Blogs. It's called 5-Minute Morning Rituals to Boost Your Day.
Okay.
And, before you think, I don't have time for this, like I can barely roll out of bed,
Right.
it's really targeted at folks like us who are busy, who have a lot going on,
Right.
but still want to feel good and start the day off right.
Exactly.
So that's our mission today. We're going to kind of dig into this blog post and see if we can glean some nuggets of wisdom for ourselves and hopefully for all of you listening.
Sounds good.
It's funny. I think when we think about rituals, we often think about, these long, drawn-out processes,
Yeah.
maybe something very spiritual or religious even.
Like maybe a whole hour of stuff to do before you can even start your day.
Exactly.
Eh.
And this blog post, I think, really kind of reframes that in a way.
Yeah.
Because it's saying, hey, even 5 minutes,
Yeah.
even just these small little things that you do consistently
Mm-hmm.
can really have a profound impact.
I think that's so true. And in fact, the psychology research backs that up. There's a whole field dedicated to this idea of ritual.
Really?
And what they found is that it doesn't really matter what the ritual is so much as the fact that it is something that you do regularly
Oh, interesting.
that provides a sense of structure and predictability,
I see.
which, especially in a world that's, kind of full of chaos and uncertainty,
Yeah, absolutely.
can actually be really comforting.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And actually, speaking of comfort, the blog post starts off with this really, I thought, a kind of touching example of the author's own mother.
Okay.
So every single morning,
Uh-huh.
her mom starts her day with like this Hindu mantra
Wow.
before she even sets foot on the floor. And then she has her black tea and her puffed rice. And I don't know, I just love that. It's like, it's something so simple, but so grounding for her.
It speaks to, like you were saying, the power of, even if it's a small thing, if it's something that you do consistently, it kind of creates that anchor for your day.
Yeah.
It's almost like a little ritual to kind of set the tone.
Yeah, I love that.
And there's actually research that shows that that sense of ritual and predictability can even have a placebo effect.
I mean,
So, you know how sometimes if you believe that something will have a positive outcome, it actually does.
yeah.
So even if it's not like the tea and the mantra themselves,
Yeah.
it's the fact that she believes that that is starting her day off right.
Yeah.
And so it does.
It's like the power of our mind. It's amazing.
Absolute.
I'm already starting to feel like I need to incorporate some rituals into my morning.
It's really powerful.
I'm kind of curious, though. I feel like there's this pressure sometimes
Yeah.
to have like the perfect morning routine.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Like you see on social media, it's like the green
That's
smoothie
insane.
and like the hour-long yoga session
Yeah.
and the like perfect sunlight streaming in.
Yeah.
And the blog post actually addresses this. Like right off the bat, they're like, listen,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as the perfect morning routine.
Yeah.
You don't have to wake up at 5 a.m.
It's so true. I think sometimes we get caught up in these ideas of what we should be doing, and we forget to just listen to our own bodies.
Sure, totally.
Like what actually feels good for us, what actually works in our lives.
Yes. And that's, I think, what I love about this blog post is that it's really all about finding what works for you.
Exactly.
There's no pressure to be perfect
Right.
or to fit into some kind of, mold.
Yeah, it's more about like personalizing it and making it your own.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think that's really empowering.
I agree. So I'm excited to dive into some of these specific rituals that the blog post suggests because they seem very doable,
Yeah.
even for someone like me who, hits the snooze button a few times.
Right, right. Well, let's start with one of the basics. The first ritual they talk about is hydration.
Okay.
Now, I know we've all heard that we need to drink more water, but the blog suggests adding a little twist to it.
Right.
Adding lemon to your water.
Okay, so this is interesting to me
Yeah.
because I'm like, is that just for taste?
Well, taste is definitely a part of it, right?
Sure.
Because if you make your water more appealing,
Right.
you're more likely to drink it.
Yeah, that's true.
But lemon also actually has some health benefits.
Really?
Yeah, so it's a good source of vitamin C, which is an antioxidant,
Okay.
and that can help to boost your immune system.
That's awesome. I'm all about, easy ways to get more vitamins,
Exactly.
especially
Right.
first thing in the morning.
Yeah, it's like a little boost to start your day.
So I love that. Okay, what else?
All right, so the next ritual they suggest is gratitude journaling.
Ah, okay. Gratitude.
And what I love about how they present this is it's not about this like big elaborate thing. It's about finding those little things to be grateful for.
Yeah, like what kind of things are they talking about?
So the author mentions things like being grateful for the first mango of the season,
Oh, that's nice.
or her cat's health, or even just the weather.
I love that. Yeah.
Like just finding those small moments of joy.
Yeah. It's like gratitude doesn't have to be this big, grand gesture.
Right.
It can be just appreciating these small little things that like make life good.
Exactly. And you know what's cool? There's a ton of research that shows that practicing gratitude can have a huge impact on your well-being.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so when we focus on what we're grateful for, it actually shifts our mindset
Okay.
to a more positive space.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like we're training our brain
Yeah.
to notice the good things instead of getting bogged down in the negative.
So it's like actively kind of like rewiring our brains to be more positive.
Exactly. It's like a little mental
I
workout
love that. Yeah.
for positivity.
Wow.
And there are studies that show that doing this can improve sleep quality, boost your immune system,
Wow.
even reduce symptoms of depression.
That's incredible. Just from writing down a few things you're grateful for.
That's pretty amazing.
Okay, I'm sold. I'm going to start a gratitude journal, I think.
I think you should.
Okay, so moving on, because there's a lot more rituals here. The next one they talk about is mindful breathing
Okay.
and stretching.
I love this one.
And I'm kind of curious, like, I've always heard about deep breathing and how it can help with stress and anxiety, but I've never really understood, like, what's the science behind that?
Well, it's really fascinating. When we take deep breaths, like really deep, slow breaths, it triggers a cascade of physiological responses in our body.
Okay.
So our heart rate and our blood pressure lower.
Uh-huh.
And our nervous system starts to calm down. It's almost like hitting the reset button on our stress response.
So it's like literally our body is like physically relaxing
Exactly.
when we take these deep breaths.
It's amazing, right? And then when you pair that with stretching, what you're doing is you're increasing flexibility, you're easing muscle tension, but you're also improving circulation and boosting energy levels. So it's kind of like a gentle way to wake up your body and mind.
So it's not like a crazy workout.
Yeah.
It's just like kind of easing into the day.
Exactly. Yeah. It's about being gentle with yourself.
And they mentioned something called Surya Namaskar. Do you know what that is? I've never heard of that.
Yeah. So Surya Namaskar is a sequence of yoga poses.
Oh, okay.
It's often referred to as a sun salutation.
Okay.
And it's a really, really wonderful option if you have maybe a few extra minutes and you want to incorporate a bit more movement into your morning.
Okay.
And the poses are designed to kind of flow together, and it's all coordinated with your breath.
I see.
So it's incredibly invigorating, very grounding,
That sounds nice.
and it can really kind of set you up for a good day.
Okay, cool. So we've got hydration, we've got gratitude, we've got stretching and breathing. What else is on the list?
So the next one they talk about is meditation,
Oh, yeah, meditation.
which can sound a little intimidating,
It can be, yeah.
especially if you've never done it before.
Right.
But the blog actually suggests a very simple technique to start with.
Oh, okay.
It's called breath counting.
Breath counting. Okay.
And it's basically just what it sounds like.
Okay.
You sit comfortably, close your eyes, and you just count your breaths.
Oh,
So you breathe in, 1, breathe out, 2,
I see.
breathe in, 3, breathe out, 4, and so on.
Okay, that does sound a lot easier than like, trying to clear your mind completely.
Right. And that's the thing. It's totally normal for your mind to wander during meditation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Even experienced meditators, their mind wanders.
Okay.
The key is to just notice when it happens and gently bring your attention back to your breath.
Don't judge yourself, basically.
Exactly.
No judgment.
Just kind of like redirect.
Exactly, yeah. Just redirect.
Okay, that makes sense. Are there any like tools or resources that you recommend for people who maybe want to try meditation?
Absolutely. So there are some great apps out there like Headspace, Calm, and Waking Up.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
They offer guided meditations, breathing exercises, even nature sounds,
Oh, that's nice.
just to kind of create that calming atmosphere.
Okay, cool. That's good to know. And speaking of things that can help create a calming and positive atmosphere, the next ritual on the list is positive affirmations. Okay.
Yeah, I know affirmations can be a little bit, uh, I don't know, some people are a little hesitant about them.
Yeah, I've always kind of been like, is this really going to do anything?
Right?
Like I'm just saying nice things to myself, but.
But it turns out there's actually a lot of research behind the power of affirmations.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it all comes down to neuroplasticity.
Neuroplasticity. Okay. Which is this amazing ability of our brains to change and adapt over time.
Right.
So when we repeatedly expose ourselves to these positive statements, especially when we say them out loud with conviction, we're essentially rewiring those neural pathways in our brain.
Oh, that's interesting.
And over time, those positive thoughts become more deeply ingrained.
Okay.
They start to influence our beliefs and our actions.
So it's not just about, like, feeling good in the moment.
No, it's actually about creating lasting change in our mindset.
Wow, okay. I'm starting to see the appeal of affirmations now.
It's really powerful. And the blog actually shares a really great affirmation, especially for those tough days.
Okay, what is it?
It's, I am safe. I am grounded in the here and now.
Oh, I like that, yeah.
It's so simple, but it's so grounding and reassuring.
It's like a reminder that, even when things feel chaotic, you're okay.
Yeah,
You are safe in this moment.
yeah, that's really nice. I like that one a lot. Okay, so I've got hydration, gratitude, mindful breathing and stretching, meditation, affirmations. What's next? The next one is all about feeding your mind. So instead of starting your day with, that barrage of news headlines.
Which can be a bit much sometimes.
Exactly, yeah. It can really kind of set a negative tone for the day.
Right, right.
So the blog suggests that you instead start your day by reading something inspirational,
Okay.
something that uplifts you, motivates you, maybe gives you a fresh perspective.
Yeah, I love that idea because it's like you're kind of starting your day with, like, a dose of positivity.
Exactly. It's like planting seeds of inspiration
Right.
that will kind of bloom throughout the day.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And there are a few books that they recommend, like The Daily Stoic,
Yeah, The Daily Stoic is a great one.
Who Will Cry When You Die,
Ooh, I haven't read that one.
and The Comfort Book.
The Comfort Book. Oh, I love that one.
Yeah.
It's so soothing.
I'll have to check that one out. I haven't read that one either.
It's really lovely.
So, and these are all things that, you don't have to read the whole book in the morning.
No, of course not.
Just like a few pages, a chapter.
Yeah, a little snippet.
Just something to kind of like get your mind going in a positive direction.
Yeah, exactly. And I know you're someone who really loves to learn and grow, so even those few minutes of reading can really feed that curiosity
Oh, absolutely.
and set you up for a day of like intellectual engagement.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so we've got hydration, gratitude, stretching and breathing, meditation, affirmations, inspirational reading. What's next on this list of 5-minute morning rituals?
Okay, so the next one is all about setting intentions.
Ah, okay. Intentions.
Have you ever experimented with setting intentions in the morning?
I've heard a lot about it, but I've never really fully committed to doing it.
I hear you. And I think sometimes it can feel a little bit like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
But it's really powerful, and I'll tell you why.
Right.
It's about being proactive rather than reactive.
Okay.
So instead of just letting the day happen to you,
Uh-huh.
you're actually consciously choosing how you want to approach the day. So, you might set an intention to be more present or to be more kind.
Yeah.
Or to focus on your goals.
Okay, I get it.
Whatever it is that's important to you.
It's like setting an intention for how you want to show up in the world that day.
Exactly. It's like setting your internal compass.
I love that.
So you can navigate the day with more purpose and clarity.
Okay, I like that a lot.
And the blog gives some great examples of intentions.
Like what?
Like one is, today I will be present in every moment.
Okay, that's a good one.
Or today I will take steps toward my goals.
Yeah, I like that.
But ultimately, the most powerful intentions are the ones that really resonate with you,
Yeah.
with your values, with your aspirations.
Right.
So what's important to you? What do you want to cultivate in your life?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's got to be something that's meaningful to you, not just something that sounds good.
Right. Exactly. Okay, so we've got hydration, gratitude journaling, mindful breathing and stretching, meditation, positive affirmations, inspirational reading, setting daily intentions. And now for the grand finale.
Okay, what is it? I'm intrigued.
Are you ready to dance your way to a better morning?
Okay, now you're speaking my language. I love to dance,
I knew you would.
but, like, dancing is a morning ritual? Tell me more.
I know it might sound a little unconventional,
It does, yeah.
but the blog author swears by it. She says that even just a few minutes of dancing in the morning can totally transform her mood and her energy levels.
Okay, listening.
And, there's actually a lot of science to back up these benefits of dancing.
Okay, tell me about the science. I'm curious.
So dancing combines physical activity with creative expression.
Okay,
And that makes it a really powerful way to boost both our physical and mental well-being.
so it's like a 2-for-1.
Exactly. So when we move our bodies, our brain releases those feel-good chemicals, those
Yeah,
endorphins.
I love endorphins.
Yeah. Right? It's like natural mood boosters and pain relievers.
Wow, okay.
And dancing also gets your heart pumping, improves circulation,
Okay.
and helps to shake off any stress or tension that you might be holding in your body.
So it's like a mini workout.
It is. It's like a mini workout for your body and mind.
I love that. And, there's also just something so freeing about, like, putting on your favorite music
Oh, absolutely.
and just letting loose.
Yeah, just moving your body.
Yeah. Like, nobody's watching.
Exactly.
Which, in the morning, probably nobody is watching.
Probably not unless you have, like, early rising housemates.
That's true. That's true. And the blog author even mentions, like, dancing in front of the mirror while you're getting ready,
Oh, I love that.
which I love that visual.
It's so
It
fun.
just makes me smile.
Yeah, it's a great way to bring a little joy and levity into your morning.
Okay, so I'm sold. We need to incorporate a little dance break into this podcast right now.
I'm in.
Okay, so we have gone through, like, a whole menu of 5-minute morning rituals.
I know, it's a lot.
It's a lot. Hydration, gratitude journaling, mindful breathing and stretching, meditation, positive affirmations, inspirational reading, setting daily intentions, dancing.
Wow.
It's amazing.
It's a lot to fit into 5 minutes.
It is a lot, which is why I'm kind of wondering, like, how does someone decide which ones to try? Like, where do you even start?
That's a great question. And the blog emphasizes that you don't have to do all of them.
Oh, okay, good.
It's not about checking off a box. It's about finding the ones that really resonate with you
Okay.
and that truly make a difference in how you feel and how you approach your day.
So it's about, like, personalizing it to your own needs,
Exactly.
preferences.
The preferences, yeah.
Okay, so how would you recommend someone go about choosing, like, which rituals to try?
I would say start with a little bit of self-reflection.
Okay.
Ask yourself, what are my biggest challenges in the morning?
Okay.
What kind of mindset do I want to cultivate?
Right.
What would make me feel more energized, more focused, more grounded?
That's great advice. So, like, for example, if someone struggles with, like, negativity in the morning, maybe positive affirmations would be a good place to start.
That's a great idea.
Or if they tend to feel, like, really rushed and stressed,
Right.
maybe mindful breathing or, even a little dance break
Exactly, yeah.
will be a good way to kind of, like, counteract that.
Exactly, yeah. It's about tailoring your rituals to your unique needs and preferences.
Right. It's not one size fits all.
Exactly.
Okay, I love that. And the blog post also emphasizes starting small and building consistency,
Yes. Consistency is key.
which I think aligns perfectly with our, listeners who are looking for these, like, manageable steps.
Absolutely.
It's not about trying to change everything overnight.
No, it's about making those small, sustainable changes
Right.
that you can stick with.
So would you recommend, like, maybe starting with just 1 or 2 rituals?
Yeah, I think that's a great place to start.
Okay.
Choose 1 or 2 that really resonate with you and commit to doing them for a week or 2.
Okay.
See how they make you feel.
Yeah.
See how they impact your energy, your mindset throughout the day.
Yeah.
And if they don't quite click,
Yeah.
switch things up.
Okay.
There's no need to force it.
Right. So it's really about finding what feels good and what you can realistically stick with
Exactly.
and what you enjoy.
Yes.
Because it shouldn't feel like a chore.
Right. No, it should feel good. It should feel like something you look forward to.
Exactly. It's about setting yourself up for success in a way that feels good.
I love that. Yeah.
Okay, well, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have. We've gone through so many amazing rituals.
And I'm feeling very inspired to, like, revamp my own mornings.
Me too.
But as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
Okay.
The blog emphasizes that mornings are yours.
Yes.
It's your chance to set the tone for the day, to cultivate the energy and mindset you want to carry with you.
Beautifully said.
So my question for all of you listening is this. What one small change could you make to your morning that would set a more positive tone for the day? It really is. And sometimes it's those tiny shifts that make the biggest difference. Thinking back to everything we've talked about, I think what's really striking me is that it's not about finding this like perfect morning routine.
Right. It's not about fitting into some sort of mold or, following a rigid schedule.
Exactly. It's more about finding what feels authentic and sustainable for you.
You got it. And what works for one person might not work for another.
Totally. And the blog post really emphasizes that too, the importance of starting small.
Right. Starting small and building consistency. I mean, that's really the key to forming any new habit.
I agree. It's less about making these drastic overnight changes
Yeah.
and more about making those small manageable changes,
Exactly. Small steps that you can actually stick with over time.
right? Ones that you can actually incorporate into your life and not feel overwhelmed. So what would you say to someone who's maybe feeling a little bit intimidated by the idea of adding more to their morning?
I would say start with just one or two rituals that really speak to you.
Okay, so don't try to do everything at once.
Exactly. Don't overwhelm yourself. Choose those one or two rituals that resonate with you and commit to doing them for a week or two.
Okay, and then what?
And then pay attention. See how they make you feel, how they impact your energy, your mindset throughout the day. And if they don't quite click, switch things up. There's no right or wrong here.
I love that. It takes the pressure off. It's all about finding what feels good and what you can actually stick with and what you enjoy, right?
Yes, it shouldn't feel like a chore. If it feels like a chore, you're less likely to do it.
But it's all about setting yourself up for success in a way that actually feels good and, aligns with your own needs and preferences.
I love that. It's about creating a morning routine that's really tailored to you and your own unique rhythm. And that might even change over time.
Absolutely. As our lives change, our needs change, and our routines can change too. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought to ponder. The blog post we talked about today really emphasizes this idea that mornings are yours. They're a chance to set the tone for the day, to cultivate the energy and mindset you want to bring into the world. So here's my question for you. What one small change could you make to your morning that would set a more positive tone for your day?
It could be as simple as replacing that scroll through social media with a few minutes of gratitude journaling. Or maybe it's trying that breath counting meditation we talked about. Or perhaps it's putting on your favorite song and just dancing like nobody's watching.
Yes. Whatever it is, I encourage you to give it a try. You might be surprised at the ripple effects it creates. And if you're looking for more inspiration or want to learn more about any of the rituals we discussed today, be sure to check out the full blog post on City Blogs. It's packed with even more insights and tips.
It's a great resource.
It is. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of 5-minute morning rituals. Here's to starting our days with intention, energy, and maybe even a little dance move or two.